like that.
Okay.
It's going now. Good morning, first graders. It's Thursday, March 26, 2020. Our spirit day today is to dress like your favorite teacher, so I decided to dress like you guys. I'm going to stand up so you can see with my shirt on and my skirt because you guys really are my favorite teachers. Oh, I miss you so much. Hold on. And I learned so much from you guys. So we're going to do some math. We're going to do lesson 11 in Eureka Math. And if we were in school, this would be a fun day because we'd get to ask our friends lots of questions. But today I'm just going to kind of make stuff up, the answers. So let's just follow along and you can watch me. But it says, welcome to Data Day. Follow the directions to collect and organize data. Then ask and answer questions about the data. Data is the numbers we collect, the information. So first we're going to choose one of these questions. And then we're going to pick some answers, and then we're going to ask our pretend classmates. I'm going to pretend. And then I'm going to organize my data, okay? So our choices are, which fruit do you like best? Which snack do you like best? What do you like to do on the playground the most? Which school subject do you like the best? And which animal would you most like to be? So I'm going to do that one because I think that one's pretty interesting. So I'm going to choose for my animal a seahorse because we were doing that yesterday. A seahorse. And then I'm going to choose a bear. And the last one I'm going to choose is, how about a dog? So those are my three choices. And so if we were in school and we were talking with our friends, I would go up to Chris and I'd say, hey, Chris, what animal would you most like to be? And he would tell me, oh, I really like the ocean, so I think I'll choose a seahorse. So then I would make a tally mark of 1 because I've asked one child, so I made 1 tally mark. And then I'd go up to Aubrey and I'd say, Aubrey, what kind of an animal would you like to be? And she'd say, oh, I want to live in the woods, so I think I want to be a bear. And so I'd make a tally mark for that one. And then I'd go to Amaya and say, Amaya, what kind of an animal would you like to be? And she would say, oh, I want to be a bear with Aubrey. So then I would put that there. And then I'd say to Madeline, Madeline, what would you like to be? And she says, oh, for sure, I want to be a pet dog. So she would say, put my mark on the dog. And I'm going to keep going like this. And I'd ask Christian, Christian, what would you like to be? And he told me, oh, probably a bear too. And so I'd make another tally mark. And then I would say to Lainey, what kind of an animal would you like to be? And Lainey would say, I love the ocean. I want to be a seahorse. And then I would ask Lucy. And Lucy would laugh at me, but Lucy has dogs. And so I know she would probably want to be a dog. And then I would ask Adrian. And Adrian would be like, I don't know, probably a bear too. And so now I have 4 in the bears. And then I would say to Taylor, Taylor, what would you like to be? And she would say, oh, you know what I'd like to be because Taylor's favorite animal is a dog. And so I'm sure she'd want to be a dog. And then I would say, Alice, oh, I'm sorry, Augustina, what would you like to be? And Augustina would tell me, I think I want to be a bear too. And that would mean I would have 5. So when I'm doing tally marks on my 5th one, I put it through like that. And then Molly would say, oh, for sure, I want to be a seahorse. So I would put one up here for Molly. And then I'd say, Alice, which one would you like to be? Alice would say, I think I want to be a seahorse too. And she would do that. How many do I have there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So the next kids I asked, if they say seahorse, I have to make the line sideways. And then I'd say, hey, Lucas, what kind of animal would you want to be? And he would tell me, I want to be a bear too. Because, you know, he's a Cub Scout, and that's one of the things they can be in Cub Scouts, I think. I don't know, I don't have a really good knowledge of Cub Scouts, but I kind of think so. And then I'd say, Isabella, what would you like to be? And she said, oh, for sure, I want to be a dog. So now I have 4 in the dogs. And then I'd go up to Charlotte and I would say, Charlotte, you could be a seahorse, a bear, or a dog. Which one would you choose? And she says, I want to be a seahorse also. So I would make a line this time because she's my fifth one. And then I would ask Yaya, and Yaya would say, oh, a bear is for me. I would like to be a bear. And then I'd say, Sawyer, what was your favorite animal? If you could be an animal, which one would it be? And he would say, I want to be a bear. So I'd have lots of bear responses so far. And then I'd say, Aria, if you could be any kind of an animal, what would you be? And she would say, oh, I think, I can't decide, but probably a bear. I'd say, oh my goodness, so many bears in our classroom. And then I would say to Nora, Nora, what would you like to be? And she would say, I don't want to be any of those. And I'd say, but you have to pick one. And she would tell me, okay, then I want to be a bear too. We have so many bears. Look at all those bears. But that was number 5, so I have to put it through. And then I would ask Marco, and I would say, Marco, if you could be any kind of an animal of these 3 choices, which would it be? And he would say, probably a bear too. So that's every kid in our classroom. But then I wouldn't want to leave Mrs. Costa out, so I'd say, Mrs. Costa, what kind of animal would you want to be? And she would say, probably a seahorse. So that's my data I collected. Let's count how many we have in each category. For seahorse, I have, how many is this? 5, good. So I count with 5 and I can count on 5, 6. So I'm going to put a 6 there so I don't forget. For the bears, I have, how many is that again? 5, good. So I'm going to say 5, 10, and I'm going to count on, and it's 11. I'll write an 11 down. And for the dogs, I didn't make it to 5, so let's count our little tally marks. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4. This is the data I collected for our thing. I'm going to turn it over, and now I have to answer the questions. The directions say complete the question sentence frames to ask questions about your data. Trade papers with a partner. We can't do that. That won't work for us in quarantine. So how many students liked, well, we're going to put dog. Dog the best. And so if I check it over here, how many students like dog the best? 4. Good job. So then I write 4. You could trade papers with your mom or your dad if you want to. Which category received the fewest votes? Which category? Oh, dog. So I'm going to write D-O-G. How many more students liked blank than blank? So I have to figure out this math problem. So I'm going to say how many more students liked bears than seahorses? I'm going to go back and look at what the horses. So I had 11 bears, and I'm finding the difference, so I have to do subtraction, and seahorse was 6. So 11 take away 6. I think that's a good one for me to count on with. I'm going to start with the number 6 in my head. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How many more students liked bears than seahorses? 5. Good job. What is the total number of students who liked, let's say, dogs or seahorses the best? I'm going to have to write another number sentence. So first I need to find out how many dogs. 4. Oh, my pencil's breaking. I hope I can make it through math. And how many like seahorses the best? 6. Now the question was, what is the total number? When you say something like total number, it's usually a plus, and that's why I knew to use a plus. And everyone remembers our 6 plus 4 equals. Let's count on from 6 in our head. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the answer is, how many liked them all together the best? 10. Good job. How many students answered the question? Now I'm going to leave this one up to you guys to do, but I'm going to remember that there was 6 seahorses plus 11 bears plus 4 dogs. You can draw circles to figure that out. You could know how many kids are in our classroom plus 1 more would equal the answer because we did all the kids in our class plus Miss Costa. You could actually add up all these. I would do this way. I would say, I know that 6 plus 4, because I just did it up here, equals 10. And 10 plus 11 now. And I would figure it out that way. Or you could know that there are 20 kids in our classroom, plus we asked Ms. Costa, and so that equals 21. However you want to figure it out, and then write it down. Now, the rest of our homework is all about the same thing. So what I want you to do as best as you can is ask the people around you. Okay? However many people, and just do your best because it's hard in this situation. This is really fun when we do it in class, so I apologize for not being able to do it with all of us together. Okay, that's it for today. Have a good morning. Bye-bye.